Life to Love Healthy Conscious Podcast.
Welcome to a new episode of Life to Love Podcasts, the Healthy Conscious Podcast, from my heart to yours. And today is the first podcast where I am actually talking outside a beautiful creek background. And the autumn is in the air, the leaves are falling down, you can smell the fresh earth, and the colors of the trees are slowly getting yellow and brown, orange, and it's a beautiful magic time. The seventh podcast, the magic number 7, 7 dwarf, 7 magic. This is the topic of today's podcast. Zauber in German we say, the magic. Oh, this world is full of magic, full of surprises, full of mystery. It's magical, a magical, magical life, especially this time of the autumn. How magical it is when the wind comes in and the trees are moving and the leaves are falling down and the storms are coming and renewing, releasing to be released. And then the energy is stored in the winter and maintaining and reflecting and waiting for the new light to shine. And we are part of this natural cycle, and in this beautiful autumn also the mushrooms are coming up magically. If it rains, they can come within hours. Some species just plop up quickly, spread their spores, and in a couple of days they fall apart again, because most of the mushrooms are, as you know, probably underground. And it's just this magical time. And we also have this magic inside of us, the magic that we can share. Because really, the place of the magic is our consciousness, right? For the shamans, the place of their magic is the consciousness. And one ethnopharmacologist I really admired a lot is, he said, after he spent many years learning and living with the Lacandon Indians, which are the last remaining tribe of the Maya culture, he said that he thought he went to the Amazonas, the Amazon rainforest, and he will find the biggest pharmacy in the world because there's so many plant species. But he learned that really the most powerful thing they use is the magic spells, like sort of singing mantra-like magic spells. And also in German we say the most powerful things are Wort und Wurz, which is like word, and roots, plant roots. Because the plants are sort of assisting the spell, but the spell is really the core of the healing and the vibration. Like singing and chanting, you know. This is really where the vibration and the healing is strongest and really profound. And so it's so magical, you know. If you get enchanted by nature and you just, you know, walk up a creek and sing, or whistle, or whatever vibration comes. It can also be silently received and kept inside, you know. You sort of not necessarily have to sing the mantra out. You can also just keep it inside for yourself. And this is definitely a really magical tool for healing, to remind us that it's the vibration, the didgeridoo for the Aborigines, the Icarus for the Ayahuasqueros, the mantras for the Indians, our German and North European, Viking, Germanic, Celtic, tribal songs, which we still which we can remember, and the melodies that come up, maybe in dreams, maybe in visions, maybe by just starting with an Om. Or maybe starting where the came from the silent. Listening to the trees, listening to the birds. These vibrational songs which are remembered by the natural world. It's a living library. We can tune into this library. Like, I remember in Australia, we once went in the outback and played a didgeridoo song just from a Bluetooth box. And the birds started to like sing with this, because this didgeridoo has been played for thousands and thousands of years and many generations. So the nature remembers. And I'm sure also in Europe, where this root is really necessarily to be healed, our tribal natural root, our shamanic root, it's healing right now, because we're coming from this phase of ideology and Christianity and all these imprisonized systems, which have had their place, and also they had so much light, all the process and progress in technology and everything also has, of course, so much beauty. But still, the cultural shamanic root started rotting because of this a bit. So I really got to come back to this oneness and release all of this ego, at least the unhealthy side of it, to come back into our tribal root. And we can still grow and look forward and don't just throw everything overboard again, but it's important for humanity to healthily step forward, to really first remain their roots in a healthy condition. And I think in Europe it's really important, because from this place somehow the ego just sort of came out of our minds, and we just said, well, all our trees are not enough, we're gonna chop them down and invade other countries. And I don't know why it happened here, but it happened. And now we can learn from this progress and come together as one again. And for Europe, I think it's just important to really remain their roots and to remember. It's really just about remembering everything again. And that's why it's really helpful to just listen to the water, to the fire, to the mountains, to your dreams, to your visions, and of course also for the sacred medicine which is still here on this land. Beautiful thing is that in many cultures they say the people learn the singing from the birds, because they sing from a pure heart, They sing no matter who is listening. They sing, some birds even sing at night, Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Yeah. Definitely a big inspiration, the birds, for singing, because they're so pure, so innocent, so joyful. So, find your magic spell that can heal yourself or others. It's really nice to learn from cultures where there is still a really strong healing, singing practice. And then I think it's important for at least the European listeners to remain our cultural songs we have here in Europe, because we have songs and melodies. You just got to remember them again. And also, of course, we can share the diversity of all the cultures right now. It's such a beautiful time, and we can just celebrate all of the cultures together and celebrate the diversity and include rather than exclude. And still, I think to preserve this diversity, it's important to remain our roots, right? How beautiful it is that we have so many beautiful cultures. And I think it's really nice and wise to maintain the roots, at least, from in a decent, grounded way, so that you can still be open for all the diversity. But yeah, a really strong level of grounded root. Yeah. So whatever season you are in right now, enjoy the magic of the season. Enjoy the magic of life, the unfoldment of life, the transformation, the metamorphosis of life. This divine magic. It is such a big blessing. Such a big blessing. The sound of the creek is just so relaxing. Well, thank you so much for listening again. And I might just add some jokes again here in the end, so you can laugh again. Go outside and connect yourself, smell the earth. Listen to the birds and trees, give them your presence, and the world will heal. And it is healing right here, right now. Here you go, some cat jokes for you. What color do kittens love the most? Purple. What does the cat say after making a joke? Just kidding. Why did the cat ask for a drum set? Because it wanted to make